This is the Ridiculously Amazing Insurance Agent Podcast, hosted by me, Kelly Donahue-Piro. This show is for growing insurance agencies looking to maximize their biggest investment, their people. Listen to the top agency performance partners clients share their story on how they boosted their performance by executing a plan. Let's head to the show. Hey everybody, so we did an awesome week of asking for referrals and just really focusing on some very, very introductory level asking for referrals, because so much of it, 80% of it, is just getting the words out of your mouth and getting in a habit with it. The rest, the last 20%, you can polish up anytime. But we just see such a huge gap in agencies asking for referrals. They want them because they're economical to generate. Lo and behold, they close really well. They stay on the books. But so few agencies are in the habit of asking for them. And that's what we want to solve in this mashup. All right, everybody, let me do a little intro to video 1, which is all about Ask the Nice People. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't get bogged down with it. Who do I ask? What do I think? Your head just starts spinning. And I want you all to take a big old deep breath. It's okay. Don't let your head spin. Instead, say, I'm just going to ask the nice people. And you should have at least 2 calls a day where somebody's overly nice to you, and make it a simple ask. Learn more in this video. Hello, everyone. It's Kelly Donahue-Piro here with another week of 3-minute videos. I know sometimes I go to 4, but this week we're going to talk all about something I think is incredibly important, but difficult to do. And that's why I think it's important in the month of December. We have a little chat about it, which is, how do we ask for referrals? So I got this idea. I was on an airplane and I'm heading to a new client that's in our agency performance program. For those of you who don't know, I work with 20 clients, and they're in a 2-year program. And we have other things like the school and retainers for other clients as well. But something sticks out to me on every time I read a survey, which is we ask a whole series of questions about sales skills. And we ask kind of like, hey, well, what's, out of all these, which one is the lowest? And producers, account managers, everyone on every survey I've ever looked at says asking for referrals is the lowest skill set. But on the flip side, the other component is that that's all the business that they want more of. And so I think that we really have to stay focused on how do we go ahead and ask for referrals. Now, I know all the reasons why it's hard. There's an awkwardness to when you ask, how you ask. I think we've all been asked for referrals in a really horrible way, and that kind of sticks in our mind. But I'm going to ask you to turn a corner on referrals because it is a huge opportunity. And so we've got 4 strategies in asking for referrals we're going to go over. And this is for anybody. I don't want anybody thinking it's just for producers. It's just for account managers. It's literally anybody in an agency could do this. So my first strategy is very simple. It's called Ask the Nice People. I can't take credit for this. This is an agency in Massachusetts that just kind of coined the phrase, well, let's just ask the nice people. And it was more on cross-selling, but it has a perfect inflection on over to referrals. So if you're having a good call, if you're having a good energy, that's all you need to do is just focus on asking the nice people. And I think we sometimes get so twisted up of, well, this person had a claim, this person is, it's just, if you take 15 or 20 interactions a day, find 1 or 2 people that were really nice that you enjoyed and say, hey, if you know anybody needs insurance, we'd love to help them. That's as simple as it has to be. I think a lot of times in the referral asking, we're making it out to be this big ordeal, and we probably need to make it a lot more simple. So your challenge today is to go through your day, find a nice person, and just let them know you can help their friends and family. And if you can do that, we're talking more about being of service than being of sales. And that's a mental mind shift I want everybody to make. Asking referrals isn't a sales strategy, it's a service strategy. It's the strategy of saying we would love to serve people just like you and help them with a complicated product, better known as insurance. So thank you so much. Tomorrow we are going to talk about the perfect referral asking script. So, I'm not a huge believer in scripts if you have to sound like a robot, but I do want to give you guys some guidelines, some of the best ways to ask for referrals to make it tangible in your agency. I'll see you tomorrow. The older we get, the more we stay in our comfort zone, which means that we want to have everything laid out before we go and ask because we have fear, uncertainty, and doubt. If we've never really asked for referrals, you want scripts and you want this and you want that. And I'm going to tell you, the scripts we're going to go over in this video are so simple. So don't overthink the referral ask. Be of service, and you will find that people will send in their friends and family because they value what you do. So you don't have to have some big, pitched up, puffed up script. I think you're going to be surprised what you hear in this next video. All right, Kelly Donahue-Pirro here. Welcome to our next strategy on asking for referrals. That's what we're focused on this week because it's such a great strategy, but kind of difficult to do. And I think there's a lot of misperceptions out there about referrals. So today I want to walk through just kind of how do you ask? And I think this is a huge stumbling block. So I want to give people a few options. If you have a referral program, this is a great opportunity. Now, unfortunately, when we train agencies, I'll start by asking, do we have a referral program? Does anybody know what it is? And I'd say about 75% of people in an agency can't recall the referral program. Now, they know it exists, but we don't know the specifics. And so we have to keep remembering that a human adult needs to hear the same thing 22 times to remember it. So if you're in a leadership role listening to this, you have to beat that drum. If you're a staff member listening to this, you need to take a personal responsibility and learn the referral program. It's a benefit to your clients. It's an opportunity. It's an incentive. It's an enhancement. And so don't go around thinking like, oh, well, if anybody asks me, I'll figure it out. Understand the benefits that every single one of your clients could take on. So if you do have a referral program, a great way to do it is just say, hey, I don't know if we've ever talked about it, but we have a great referral program. If you know anybody that needs help with their insurance, make sure that they tell us that you referred them so you get the credit. Simple, simple, simple. Another way is if you're talking to the nice person, which we talked about yesterday, is just saying, hey, we love working with people like you. If you know anybody that needs help with their insurance, just please have them call me. I know how complicated insurance can be, and I'm happy to talk to them. Again, simple, simple, simple. You're just being of service to somebody. And the last way we like to think about asking for referrals is just saying, hey, I noticed you've, been a client for a long time. I hope you've been happy with our services. Just to let you know, if you have anybody that, has a question on insurance, confused about rate, have them come my way. Again, just simple, simple, simple. It's all too simple. And we think we overcomplicate it so much in our head. And I want to unwind that for people. So find your own voice on it, but don't be shy. Be of service. Learn your agency's referral program and start asking because there's no time like today. Well, hello there. Just want to stop and say hi. I can't believe it's November already. We are shooting this this is going to be released middle of November. I just want to outline a few things that are going to be coming up so that you can be prepared. First of all, Thanksgiving's coming up. My 40th birthday is coming up. And we like to party pretty hard for birthdays. So what we're going to be doing is actually announcing a Black Friday special. So if there's been any process packs on our website, online school, swag that you've had your eye on, this will be the deepest discount we ever do. So don't delay. Have that Black Friday credit card ready, out and going. We're only going to do it on the Friday after Thanksgiving, so you got to be watching, but you'll get that all day. Then in the month of December, we're going to be doing some bundles of different things so that you can set your agency up for success for next year. But I also want to give you one little tip that's coming in a few weeks. If you have not started your end of year planning, I don't know what you're waiting for. We're in November. I see so many agencies that start releasing their plan the middle or end of January. And honestly, guys, 8% of your year is over by the time you do that. It's not enough time for people to noodle it and launch it. So get on it. We launched our Q4 Agency Performance Pack course, which is All Plan and Execute, how to build your agency's success roadmap. Now you've missed all the specials, but you can still buy it on our website at full price, which is $9.95. You get an awesome workbook. You own it. You can get it forever and ever and ever and ever. We're going to update it a little bit every year. And on top of it all, you get videos of me coaching you through it. And You get a whole guide of how to run reports in AMS 360, HawkSoft, or Epic. I mean, that alone is insanity because that is huge. We've paid management system trainers to do that for you. So I don't know what you're waiting for. You can go ahead and click on the link, or you can go to our store and find it, but get it going. You need to hop on this. And that's going to be a huge opportunity for your agency. Don't want to pay $90.95? You can actually subscribe for $245 a month and get all of our trainings, which, guys, that probably is a part of your 2022 plan, training your team on cross-selling and sales and retention and all of those things. So why not subscribe for $245 a month? You can cancel anytime. Check it out. We can't wait to welcome you as a new student. All right, as far as asking for referrals goes, we have to be really cognitive of doing this crazy thing, which is remembering to do it. I really believe remembering it is such a significant part of the battle. I do want to say this is something I did not mention in the video. If you forget and you hang up the phone like I should have asked, you can't pick up the phone again. It's okay. But many people don't, and that depends on what kind of person you are. If you're a person of honor, integrity, and growing, you're going to pick that phone up. If you want to play small and you want to just go on your next task and say, I'll do it next time, you're not going to do it. Challenge yourself to do the right thing, the next right thing, every single time, and your agency is going to win. All right, on our referral, bandwagon here that we're on this week of 4 strategies, one strategy I find is one that sometimes we're embarrassed about, but it probably happens. The most common reason we're not asking, other than maybe being a little afraid of it, is we forget. So, you're going through your quote, you're going through your transaction, that you're doing for a client, and you do all the things. And then at the end, it's kind of like, oh my gosh, I should ask for a referral. Or you're thinking I should do this, but I'm not sure where or how or when to do it. And it becomes kind of overwhelming. But we have to remember to do it. Otherwise, we're just getting people who ask us for referrals. If they send in organically. But if we got referrals up 25%, it would change the game at your agency. And that's why I think it's so key and critical. So one of the things I want to make sure that you're focused on is asking for referrals and remembering. So we have a couple strategies. The first one is set a goal for the day. I'm going to ask 2 people. When you have a goal in mind, you're trying to find that to hit your goal. Another strategy is tie it to a habit. Before I get a cup of coffee, I'm going to ask somebody for a referral. Before I go to lunch, I'm going to ask somebody for a referral. Those kind of things work because you're already in the habit of doing the other thing. So now you're attaching a new habit to an existing habit. I always say I wouldn't forget to go to lunch and I wouldn't forget to get that extra cup of coffee, so I can attach a referral ask to it. The other thing is you could just put something simple on your desk, but I'm going to warn you, a lot of times we overlook it because we see it every day. We have some agencies that take a Post-it note and they put it at the top and they move it to the bottom so that they can see every day that they did their requested tasks. The bottom line with remembering is you have to make it a strategy. Don't hope to remember. That's not a great strategy. You literally need to put the effort into remembering to do it. And the motivation to everybody here should be growing a book of really great clients. You can grow a book of people who are calling in, and there's some great people in there too. But lo and behold, referrals tend to be the longest. They value you. They're not as price sensitive. So the more you ask, the more you're going to get. If you just want to go ahead and keep building your book with people who maybe aren't as loyal, that's fine too. But I think it's important we all think about stacking the deck in our favor. All right, in our 4th and final video, we're going to talk about how do we motivate people to ask for referrals. And I'm very clear that I think motivation needs to come from 2 parties, the team and the leadership. We're going to give you some examples and strategies of how to motivate people. But at the end of the day, everybody has to take their own personal responsibility. If your agency doesn't have an incentive program on referrals, that doesn't matter. Your incentive is getting a really great book of business. Agency owners out there, we do think you should think about that though. Creating a new habit can also be a little squishy, and so some motivating factors go a long way. But either way, the number 1 motivating factor is recognition. We talk about that in this video. All right, so finally we're at Thursday's video. So we're at video number 4, and this is how to motivate people to ask for referrals. I think every agency would love to grow by referrals. They're economical from a lead generation standpoint, good quality business, they close well. It literally is the perfect opportunity. Now, what I want to share with you is how do we motivate people? The first step is no matter what your agency's strategy, you should be motivated to ask for referrals because you want the best quality clients in your book of business. And this is regardless of producer or account manager. And the reason that you really, really want to have the best quality book of business is your life becomes easier. So if that's not intrinsically enough value to ask for referrals, I don't know what is. I do think agencies should look into referral programs, but roll them out very strongly so that the clients and the team know. We do also believe in incentivizing people to create a new habit. And a new habit is something that, you have to get in the rhythm. It's getting out of your comfort zone. It's going ahead and realizing it's not so scary building up those skills. So you might feel wobbly, but the agency can then come in and say, we understand you're wobbly, but here's some motivation for you. So as an agency, we think that you should motivate for the asks for a while. If you get that down to be a habit, the requests will follow next. In addition, I think with motivating it, it's also about lots and lots of recognition. As people are going out of their comfort zone, they want to be recognized for doing that. So even if their ask is harsh or kind of wobbly itself, it's still the act of doing it. Once you get into it enough, you get through the freaking first time of it, by the 10th time you come much smoother. So honor the fact that you're in a process that may take a bit. But lo and behold, motivation comes from the form of talking about it in team meetings. Motivation comes in the form of hearing that producers are getting more referrals or that, so-and-so sent one in. Communication can also be very motivating. Motivation does not always come in the form of financial incentives. It also comes in the form of just hearing good things too. So make sure you're motivating your team along the way and however they feel it's best. We'll see you in the mashup tomorrow where we put all this together. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining our video series this week on asking for referrals. We hope that you're lit up, fired up, and you're going out and asking and seeing some results. If you watch these videos and you're thinking, oh, that's a nice recommendation and not doing it, I'm going to ask you, what is wrong? We all have to develop and grow out of our comfort zone. People, if I was in my comfort zone right now, I wouldn't be in Ohio. I wouldn't be wearing a suit jacket. I'd be on my couch watching Netflix in yoga pants. All of us need to focus on hitting our personal potential. And I think so often we just get stuck as an adult. And I'm not just saying in insurance. I think it's particularly bad in insurance, but we need to be better than that. So independent agencies don't become blockbuster. We all need to be focused on earning referrals. And these are some simple strategies that there is absolutely no reason that anybody cannot get to. So go ask for referrals, and we'll see you in the next video series.